This segment is sponsored by the law offices of Duane King. When it comes to personal injury law, there's only one person you want to call. His slogan even says it, "In a sling, call the king." And here to tell us how he can help those in need is attorney Duane King, owner of the law offices of Duane King, PC. Thank you so much for joining us. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So I know you've been practicing law for over 20 years.
Yes.
What was it about personal injury law that made you want to start there?
Well, I went to Howard University School of Law, and upon graduation, I was studying for the bar exam, and unfortunately, I was hit by a hit-and-run driver. Oh. And it was a very traumatic experience for me. I ended up having to retain an attorney. So that was the first thing that interested me in it. So he actually ended up being my mentor afterwards. So that sparked my interest in personal injury law, just because I needed a whole lot of help when that happened, and I was able to get it from the attorney that I hired.
Yeah, that you worked with. Wow, that's a wild story. Not many people can say this happened to me and then I went ahead and studied that. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Why is this area of law so important, and how are you able to help your clients?
Well, as individuals, we're all underdogs when you think about the companies that, the insurance companies.
Right.
So, these are billion-dollar companies that have every resource at their disposal to not give you as much as you should get or you deserve. So I kind of like to fight for the underdog. I like a good underdog story. So I put my heart and soul into each case, so that way all of my clients can get what they deserve.
Yeah, it can be overwhelming when you feel like you're going up against a big corporation with a lot of money, and maybe something happened to you, you don't know where to start, and you feel like you don't have a lot of resources. So it's nice to know someone's on our side.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sure you've impacted many people's lives in such a positive way. Can you share a story about a client that you helped them and it really changed their life?
Yes, actually just last year we had a trial in Prince George's County. My client was in an automobile, and the person that we sued was driving a tractor trailer. Liability was highly contested, highly disputed. We went to trial, and unfortunately the jury couldn't agree. They couldn't agree on who was at fault, and they couldn't agree on a verdict, how much my client should get. So thankfully, before the next trial, we were able to settle the claim, and she was very happy with the amount that we were able to secure for her. But that was a very hard-fought case. Like I said, these companies have all kinds of money at their disposal, and they're billion-dollar companies because they know how to keep their money. So.
Right.
But we also want to make our clients whole and make sure they get what they deserve.
Yeah, make sure they get some justice out of what happens.
Yes.
And it really takes someone who can fight that fight with these big corporations.
Yes.
That's great that she had your help. Now, if someone wants to contact you, they call your office, what's the process like? What's the first step?
So they will call my office and tell us what their issue is. Obviously, if they've been injured, that's when they will call us. And I've been doing this for over 20 years, so I've seen all types of cases. And I can pretty much determine pretty quickly whether or not I feel like if someone has a strong case or not. So the first thing they would get from me is honesty as to whether I feel like they have a strong case. And then if I do feel like they have a strong case and they do retain our office, we would have them sign a retainer agreement, and then they would get our attention, the attention that they need and deserve for their case.
You're able to walk them through from beginning to
Yes.
end?
Yes, we'll walk them through from the beginning to the end, all of the stages. Most cases do settle without having to go to court, without having to go to trial.
Is that preferable, or just depends on the case?
I think it just depends on the case. Yeah. A lot of times with the larger cases, you end up having to file suit and go to trial, or at least prepare for trial, just because so much is at stake.
Right, so much is at stake.
Yeah.
Now, how many offices do you have now?
We have 3 offices. Our main office is in Falls Church, Virginia, but we have a satellite office in Navy Yard, DC, and also a satellite office in National Harbor, Maryland.
All right, great to know you are around the area. Thank you so very much for being here.
Yeah, you're welcome. I hope you don't need me, but if you do.
But if I do, I'm calling. If I'm in a, what is it? If I'm in
a sling.
In a sling, I'm going to call King. All right, thank you. You can call now for a free consultation. The number to call is 202-931-6252. Again, that's 202-931-6252, or you can go to dkinglaw.com.